the legends who are competing in TNT Motorsports Unfinished Business, and one crew person, please come out to your trucks at this time. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. These are the guys who started it all.
Hey, baby.
I'm just watching to see who's last, but. So, as they come out to their trucks, you guys and girls know, I'm going to formally introduce them in a moment, but truly, in this crowd, they don't need an introduction. Feel free to give all the applause, take all the pictures, give all the waves you want. The legends of TNT. Ryan has lost his crew chief. Nobody likes you? You couldn't find a crew chief? Good evening to all of you, and officially a big welcome to an event. And I know you hear hype all the time, but this one is absolutely truer words were never spoken. 32 years in the making. TNT Motorsports Unfinished Business. TNT competed in an epic event at this track for a couple of years in 89, 1990. My understanding is they haven't even had any motorsports in this Fairgrounds in all those years since. And Michael Harper, when he created this idea, knew he wanted it to happen here, was able, through a lot of meetings and a lot of talk, and give and take, to convince the Fair Board that this would be an epic thing to do, and now we are all here. So thanks to him and his Monster Truck Wars team for making this happen, but most of all, thanks to each and every one of you for being a part of it. We also want to thank Monster Machines, the Carolina Ford dealers, and Performance Plus, the great sponsors who put this on. So let me just walk through, oh, by the way, I didn't introduce myself. For those of you I don't know, my name is Scott Douglas. And yes, I wasn't TNT's first announcer, but I came on pretty quick. And I also did a little television show called Tough Tracks, which I know a lot of you have seen. Some of you watched it every day. Some of you wore VHS tapes out. I've heard that story. Then a lot of you found it on YouTube and the internet. So thank God for social media. We're still out there, still alive. That's why a lot of you are here today. I want to how this is going to go. So, we're going to have these legends, and they practiced yesterday, so it's not like they're coming in without any laps at all. But it was a limited practice, just to get them the feel, because most of them had never driven a modern concept monster truck. Yeah, the bodies may look like 1990, but I guarantee you underneath, they're the finest trucks in the business today, in terms of the trucks that we'll see out here running tonight. So, we're going to make sure everybody runs a lot, because that's what you came to see. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do qualifying one at a time, and there's been 2 rounds of qualifying. The reason for that is they will qualify once in the right lane, once in the left lane, and then we will throw out the worst time, and their best time will be their qualifying time, and from there, that's how we'll build the bracket. Round 1 will be 3 races. The 3 winners and the fast loser will go to the semifinals, but whoever ends up in what you would call the last 2 spots, they're going to race again for 5th place. Then we'll go ahead and run the semifinal round. Now that tells us our 2 finalists, but we'll come back with a 3rd place race as well before we run for the big trophy. Phil pointed the trophy. Phil's not listening to me. Ryan McCoskey's listening to me. I'm trying to show off the trophy and you've got people standing on it, Phil. Do me a favor. That is a piece of artwork. So Phil, let's see. Hold it up. There we go, guys. That's what they're running for. And let me tell you, it was true 32 years ago, and it's true tonight. I don't know what the purse is or what Mr. Harper's going to pay at the end of the night, but that's what they're running for. That piece of hardware right there. And whoever wins it is going to bring it beyond my Twitch show along with Mike and some other folks on Wednesday night, so you'll get to see it again there. But that's what they're running for there. But that's not it. We'll crown the winner. But then we've also got some other fun things going on different times throughout the night. But then we're going to bring these legends back out. And we're going to do a donut competition. Now, some of them have never done a donut in a monster truck. That wasn't something we did back in 1990. Will they break loose? Hopefully. If they don't, we'll give them a big cheer anyway. What are you doing? All right, they're off script already, Mike. Mr. Wine, your spot's right over there. Now he's got 4 crew guys. What are you begging for people to come out? Where's Nick Rossi? Come on, I got business to get done. Some of you have heard my wine before, right? But we are going to have a donut competition. Now, we're not going to try and score it, but we're going to let you folks cheer it off. Whoever you think did the best, we'll ask you, you'll cheer it off. But it's going to be fun to see them do it. And then, yes, all 6 of them have said that they are going to freestyle. What do you think? Huh? A bunch of them have never freestyled before. I know one of them is considered one of the greatest freestylers of all time, so I think he's got a little bit of advantage, Gary Gordon. But they're all going to give it a shot. But again, it's going to be for you fans. We're not scoring it. We're not telling them a time limit. They're going to go out there and they're going to thrill you fans. You know, and just remember, if some of them have a little trouble getting the hang of it, it's probably because they haven't been able to, you know, have the opportunity to do it before. But it's going to be so much fun to watch them compete again, as we have now for over 32 years ago. For some of them, it's been that long since they've been here. And I can tell, and they're going to get the chance to talk to you as the night goes on. And then a lot of them talk to you personally. But with what the Monster Truck Awards team has done for all of these guys, and for some who are not competing, but have been part of TNT in those early days, what this event means to these guys, and I'm sorry, they're grown men, some of them a little older. I mean, there's going to be some tears in some eyes tonight. That's how special this event is to all of them. And that's how special it is that all of you have come out here to honor and watch these guys, and not just to honor them, to watch them get in these fire suits and compete again. So we're going to have plenty of surprises throughout the night too as well. Did I say that? I'm just giving you a warning. Don't spend too much time in the bathroom or not have your phone ready, because something may happen that you want to make sure you get and share on social media. And make sure you're tagging Monster Truck Wars if you're telling anything that you're putting out there, and also TNT Motorsports Unfinished Business. So I only have, what do I have, Ryan? One question? Who's ready for TNT Motorsports Unfinished Business? So, ladies and gentlemen, in just a minute, we're going to take an opportunity to individually let you celebrate each of these legends that are getting ready to compete tonight. But the great thing is, this event becomes so popular, and everybody wanted to be a part of it. And there are other motorsports teams, I don't want to leave anybody out, but the Metal Shop team, Rick Dishelroom, the Dan Patrick Enterprises guys, a lot of them are here. The Mike Bonner's Motorsports and Roger Gardner and Tim Minty. All of these folks who may not have been at TNT at the time wanted to be a part of this, and a lot of their equipment's involved in it. We can't thank them enough. And not a lot has made it happen. But we've also got, along with these 6, some other special guests. And in Mike Harper style, he's going to bring them out as only we can do it. Come on, bring that band limo out here. I'm excited. I'm not quite sure who's in these. I know who I've seen hanging around lately. Mike, you didn't spare any cost. That's the long stretch limo. Wow. I didn't get a ride like this, yeah? Kid, did you get a ride in this thing? Oh, he drove you? Oh, I'm this guy's way. Limo driver looking at me like, hey, man, on the microphone, get on the way. So I'll let Mike do the honors, and I want to introduce some legends in their own right to you. You'll remember him if you go back in the day with the Breed Boys driving whiskey business at Micro Machines. Welcome back, Ken Deppy. What do you think about this event, man? All these fans are here to see it.
This is awesome. This is really awesome. And people I haven't seen in forever.
You're going to watch them compete, so hang out right here. We got some more that we're bringing out here. Mike, you got another one? Whoa. Mike, you're supposed to let him out. Mike, is there a problem? Oh, let's go to the gorilla. The original TNT mascot back in the house. I'm sure Gogo will be up there taking some pictures with everybody. Get over there with Ken right now. I know how you are. Don't give me a hard time. We got more. Who's next? You want to see some more famous faces? Yeah, make some noise. The man dog himself, it's John Breed, ladies and gentlemen. This place brings back some big memories to you. You won here in 1990.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
What about this crowd, man? Isn't it cool?
Looks good.
All right, get over here with these folks. We'll talk to you some more later. And I think we got one more person in the limo. I know we do. Very special person. Again, we all love her and her husband. Her husband passed away earlier this year, but last year he was inducted into the International Monster Truck Hall of Fame. The No Problem owner, the one and only Heidi Moore. No problem. Heidi, real quick, I know how special this weekend is to you and all your friends again, and then look at all these fans.
It's absolutely amazing, and as long as you guys remember John, he'll always be with us.
There you go. John Moore, Heidi Moore, no problem. Hey, because you guys go on up and you can take seats up here in our special section. John's going to leave them all up there. Coco, you're not going to allow to sit. These three can go up there sitting there. Right, we got those seats right there in front of a couple of guys you may know, that Dan Patrick fellow and that Gene Patterson fellow. Let's give them one more round of applause. Again, so many legends here tonight, but we're going to introduce a few of them to you before we get this thing started. So, again, and if you see Go-Go walking around, he's a big ham, so if the kids want to get a picture with Go-Go, let's just walk up and say hi, and he'll do that. Again, so many great faces. What? There's another limo? So, you know, someone's just arrived. We can't figure out who it is. Hey, this is an event like no other. It's not got some big fancy script that we're going line by line. Let me tell you right now, there are big things happen that I don't know are happening tonight. And that's part of the cool part about it. Mike's on the phone. Somebody apparently is here. Are they coming out? Somebody else. I thought that was our dignitary list. John, Heidi, Ken, you guys have some extra seats up there? I think I got some more company coming. You guys watch with me. I'm told there's one coming. There's been some getting through the traffic out there that's been going on here at the North Carolina State Fairgrounds. Is there one coming? Y'all see it? Oh, there it is. This one's bigger than the first one, Mike. You didn't order this one? Well, I'm intrigued now. wait till it gets out here, because, you know, they probably not going to move very fast through all the dirt. Oh, I love the anticipation. Did y'all know Wild Hancock's in the house here, too? You didn't think you'd go very way with Pony Express, Anthony around here. I mean, you know, we got them all. Well, this should be good. We introduce the dignitaries, and if somebody wants to upstage them and get a bigger limit. Mr. Harper's going to handle it, but it's maybe something we aren't supposed to do, but Oh, wait a minute, whoa. That better not be on my credit card. But, I forgot. We're going back to 1990. I didn't do this myself back in 1990. I gotta have my partner, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest of all time, Armstrong.
Hey, again, Scott. Man, what a crowd. What a crowd. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Man, this is going to be a happy night. I tell you what, you're part of history, ladies and gentlemen. We got one beautiful night. You got two announcers that are really psyched about what's going to happen, because you're going to be part of history. And don't leave, because it's not over. When it ends, everybody's going to be invited where, Scott?
Right back down here on the track. So, Army and I, just so you know, we made friends, we've stayed in contact all of our lives. But we have not called an event together anytime TV or live in over 30 years.
That's right, man. He still owes me $2, I might add to that, okay? Hey, listen, I have the pride and opportunity to introduce to you the very first, everybody hold your hand up, one finger, that's it. The very first national champion in the sport of monster truck racing. Ladies and gentlemen, USA 1's Raleigh. I tell you what, now, we've been going over old times, and it's amazing how many people are here. That's why we want you to come down and walk through when this thing wraps up, because you're going to be surprised who you're going to see. Right, I'll tell you that right now. Ron Gogo's even here. How about that? Hey, the people still come out picking out Heidi, Gogo. It's just a big family, and tonight we want to share our family with you and talk to this guy right here. I remember Rod when his driver suit was a small. Okay, that's how long we've known each other. But I tell you what, he was on a team back then. It was a battle. Ford, Chevrolet, USA 1, Bigfoot. Here we go. They're going down to the wire. As a matter of fact, the first national championship was won on a run. At the end of that run, a vehicle actually flipped. They were going that hard to take the win. This is the guy that won it for all you Chevrolet people. When you go around the country, you get an opportunity to talk to people.
Yeah, I can hear this one out there.
Well, it's kind of interesting, because I remember, I'm trying to think, Steve Wilkie. Steve Wilkie was his crew chief. Steve was a Vietnam vet like me. We became really good friends. And Steve was a crew chief. Everett Jasmer owned the vehicle and owned the name USA 1. And every Jasper chose this guy to do the driving. Believe me, he was a wheelman when he played the game, okay? So right now, I'm going to turn the microphone back over to Scott. I guess that you got a bunch of friends over there that I'm sure would like to see you. And there's been a lot of this going on the last couple of days. Just say, hey man, how you doing? Good seeing you. Dan Panther's sitting right there. Go-Go the Gorilla sitting right there. You don't know who's sitting next to you at this event because they're coming from all over. People driven 9 hours, Scott, to get here. Other people 10 hours. Scott put me on an airplane, and I tell you what I did. As we walked on the airplane here, I got to see the stewardess. Well, I walk on first, and I tell the stewardess, that guy behind me is an original Chippendale dancer. So then I step out of the way, and there's Scott sitting there smiling, okay? So this stewardess kind of goes like, no, not that guy, it's not him. So that's just kind of, he never knew what I was telling her, but he was always scared of it. So that's the kind of fun we're going to have here tonight. It's going to be fun, you're going to be part of it, and I'm turning it back over to Mr. Scott Douglas, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on the Armstrong, and I'm glad to be here.
And it's like 32 years ago. It's just like listening to him then. So, Rob Lissow is going to be our Grand Marshal tonight, and he'll officially fire him in a minute. So, Rod, if you want to go into that area, we'll bring the mic to you. Now, who's ready to meet the stars of TNT Motorsports Unfinished Business? And it may take a while to move this boat. Army, how did you get a ride twice as big as everybody else?
What'd you say?
How did you get that ride, man? You didn't put it on my credit card, did
I'll
you?
tell you a story. We went to the wrong hotel. It's a big ever done. Honest to God truth. I'm nervous as a wreck anyway. So we go in and I'm getting out and waiting for Rod to come out and show up. Wait a little bit longer, doesn't show up. I'm eating these minutes like crazy because I'm really getting nervous. He didn't show up still. So the driver, who's the coolest guy in the world, he came out and he said, man, we're at the wrong hotel. And I thought, how quick can we get to the other hotel? He said, you just hang on, we'll get over there. He almost slid that thing around the corner. Man, I was sitting in the back, trying to keep going, but good rock and roll on it, and everything seemed to go good. All right, Scott, you can get back over here, let me know what's going on. This is the guy that's going to be running the show tonight. I'm just going to say it'll be amazing, Scott.
Yeah, we know better than that. Come on out here, Army, because there's going to be a chance to let you meet these legends and let you each welcome them back to Raleigh and the North Carolina State Fairgrounds. Come on over here, Army. I'll take the first one, you take the second one. You know, when this guy first on the scene, he wasn't there long, but he was like a meteor flying to the top, and what's going to be interesting, we'll develop the story. A little bit of controversy with our starter who's here tonight that they put to bed after 30 years, but he was this close to beating Andy Brass and Bigfoot for that 1990 TNT Renegades Monster Truck Challenge Championship. Put your hands together. Welcome back to the track, Greg Holbrook and Equalizer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next we're going to be coming out. You see him driving all kind of vehicles on Monster Jam, but the name that got him going, where he made it, everybody knew this guy. I called him Portier, but it's Gary Porter in the Carolina Crushers!
I used to call him the mouth of the North, but now, after you've been on my show so many times, I think he's just the mouth of the world because nobody can stop him. One of the originals, and I know he doesn't live there anymore, but we always send the team out of Pennsauken, New Jersey, coming back to battle. Put your hands together for Mike Wine and the Outlaw!
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike always won the best appearing driver and the best looking driver many times. Okay, that's right. So he's not a modest guy at all. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thunder Chicken, Kid Ray. One of the guys that started the sport was everybody knew the Thunder Chicken. There's a new Thunder Chicken here tonight. These guys are running a new chassis, it's a new full tube chassis. And last night was the first time he drove it, and he said it's like driving a Cadillac. Going over there, it's like driving a Cadillac. I don't want nothing to do with the Cadillac shop.
By the way, throughout the night, we need to see, you gotta teach your kids to do the Thunder Chicken dance when he comes out. We need to see the arm, the wings flapping up there. Ryan LaCoste, I want to see you doing it too. Our next driver, always one of the most exciting and entertaining performers in TNT history. He's been doing a lot of other racing, but this is his first time back in a monster truck in 3 decades. I've never seen him smile this big. I'm taking this introduction because legend is, Army can't say his last name. He can, but he just thinks Johnny K sounds cool. I'm gonna give him the formal introduction. Give it up for John Kwasnewski, the Buffalo Tremor.
Guy can sing rock and roll music too. Yeah, I tell you what. He used to have that long wing. Yeah, he was into it. Next one I'm going to tell you about. This guy's kind of interesting. How many of you kids and adults have seen these vehicles like these monster trucks that come and they tear things up and stuff like that? This guy invented that. And he traveled all over the country and the world doing that. But what he loves to do, Dave Wieczorek in the nightlife, he liked driving his monster truck! How about a big round of applause for all the vehicles that are here tonight? A lot of work has gone into these special, these are the original paint jobs that these vehicles had 32 years ago. Not the same paint job. They didn't do that commercial where they rubbed your arm and rubbed it off. Those were good looking vehicles. There's a story behind the paint job on these trucks, isn't there, Scott? Okay, here we go. I'm giving it to Scott.
Now, Army's gonna stand right here. Right here. Right down here. Okay. All of the drivers, Army, where's Mike Speller, our starter? We're gonna get all of the TNT, the dignitaries, Heidi and John and all of you drivers come down. What we're gonna do before we start fire engines, in between Thunder Chicken and Outlaw, we need all of you to line up. Army, if you go lead them over there. And what we're gonna give all of you is the ultimate Legends photo op. The Legends from TNT were here. John Bree, come on, you're down here too. The Legends who ran for TNT in 1990 are going to come down here. And so if you got your cameras, your cell phones, or whatever, we're going to bring the trophy out. Anybody? Mike Speller made it? Mike Speller made it? All right. Hey, Mike Wine, Nick Rossi decided now to come out. Nick didn't want to be a part of your introduction. Okay, trophy up there. Miss anybody, Mike? So, we're going to stand here for just a second or two. We thought it would be cool to let everybody get a photo op moment with these incredible legends. And why, if you're not using your camera, feel free to give them a big round of applause and a welcome to Raleigh. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm going to ask you to do this a lot, but I think it'll work with these people. As they're all kind of scattering before they start, how about it? One more big welcome. Let them hear you. I was telling you a little bit earlier about the incredible mission work that Greg Holbrook has done since we last saw him, and we talked about it a little bit, we'll talk about it more. But it seems appropriate right now that we officially get things started by letting Greg lead us all in prayer to start the event.
Thank you very much. Don't bow your heads and let's pray. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for another beautiful day. And thank you for bringing us all here safe tonight. Lord, I thank you so much for what we're celebrating this weekend, just with Easter and celebrating the death, burial, and resurrection of your Son, to save us from our sins. Lord, I just lift this country up to you with all the chaos going on here and around the world. Lord, I just ask you to use the followers of Christ around the world to tell people about you and just bring peace and calm to this world. Lord, I ask you to be with us tonight as we're racing. Just watch over us and take care of us and bring everybody back home safe tonight. Amen.
As we get ready to start, we're already welcoming a lot of people, thanking a lot of people. Right now, I want to thank and welcome some people on behalf of all of these legends and everybody involved in TNT Motorsports Unfinished Business and the Monster Truck Wars team. And we want to do a special welcome. And if you're in our grandstands tonight, and you're a member of the United States military, if you're a retired military, if you're a veteran or a first responder or frontline healthcare worker, would you all please stand? Because we know we can't be here without you, and we want to thank you and recognize all of you before we get started. The only thing I'm going to say to each and every one of you standing up on behalf of all of us, God bless each and every one of you. And God bless the USA. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to officially start TNT Motorsports Unfinished Business, we would ask all of you to rise. And gentlemen, remove your caps as four-wheel racing is back with us to display the American flag and the playing of our national anthem. We're going to take a few minutes because we got to get these drivers up in the trucks and strapped in. And they're doing really good. They're not as quick as they were 30 years ago getting in there. So we get them strapped in. Getting them all strapped in, taking a look. We'll get started here in just a couple of minutes.
It's a real good opportunity to watch the drivers as they're getting in their trucks, the safety equipment they're hooking up right now. A lot of times you don't get to see that, but tonight we're going to try to tell you the little ins and outs of the sport of monster truck racing. Right now, everybody's suiting up. And we'll be getting ready to get these alcohol-burning monster trucks coming your way. Don't forget, they got a t-shirt stand, got all kind of goodies, swag up there, I understand, so be sure to pick up a souvenir that shows that you were part of this event. This is a happening. We follow truck racing, monster trucks, and motorsports in general. This is where it started. You get to see it again, but it was 32 years ago. We were all 9 years old when that happened.
So here's how we're going to do this, because this is about these legends, but it's about all of you, the most incredible fans we've ever seen. And we are so humbled to even be here. So we need a little participation from you that's going to be loud. So first of all, we bring back our Grand Marshal, Mr. Rod Litzow, the 1989 National Champion, the United National Champion, USA 1 driver. He's our Grand Marshal, so he's going to actually give the command. Once I get the word, they're all strapped in. The driver starts your engines. You all know that command. He'll handle that. What you got to do is let these guys with these helmets know to get ready. So we'll count down from 10, and you got to get really loud, all right? Let me look. Wait to see if the belts are tight. Thumbs up. Thumbs up from Mr. Porter, it looks like. And again, for some of these guys, they've never had these high-tech harnesses strapped around them before. They never had a Hans device to their head. You know, John, you guys just put a neck collar on, right? Or if you, maybe. Rob, at least you guys had a helmet, but you know.
Scott, you can feel the drama, can't you? Can you folks feel it? Man, there's something floating over this place, and you're going to lift it off the ground in just a minute, Scott.
You guys want to get these things fired up? Get loud! All right, Rod knows what to do, but he's got to hear a good loud 10 count starting right now. 10!
Drivers,
We'll get the last couple in place. Again, the first qualifier is going to be Outlaw. And again, it will be one at a time. These two are So, as we get ready to get this thing started, you know, it's been a wonderful week already. But Army and I came down a couple days early. And so, if you follow social media, you kind of seen what we were up to. But we made a little side trip. And all of these special people who are here, there's certainly one that I know all of us love and respect, who would love to be here, but because of a scheduling conflict is unable to. Nonetheless, he asked if we would take a minute and record a special message from the icon to all of you.
So on my way to the epic weekend of TNT MotorSports Unfinished Business, I had the opportunity to stop by Digger's Dungeon and experience firsthand the King Sling Extreme Mountain Ride truck with Dennis Anderson. We'll talk about that later. But Dennis can't be here with all of you great TNT fans tonight, and he asked me to just take a photo with you. I know if there's any way possible you'd be here.
Yeah, let me tell you, man, I got contacted over 10 months ago about this event, probably even a year ago. And this is an annual event that I have right here on the compound that we've done for the last 8-9 years, and I have to be here. And I could not believe that that date landed on this day. But anyhow, they're going to roll on. You know, show business is show business, and the great thing about it is all you great super fans and the first generation Monster Truck TNT fans are going to be there. We're going to have great guests there, people like Scott, and there's going to be a few other probably surprise guests. But I just want to tell you fans, man, I miss you guys, I love you, and I'm glad that you guys made it. And you know, maybe next year we kind of switch that date a little bit, if you're making an annual thing, or if we travel around somewhere with it, that I can come to this, because Raleigh is a special place to be, Scott. And it's because in my career of monster trucking, when I first started Grave Digger, back in the little gray days, one of my first biggest stops was my first stop and only stop for the year was in Raleigh at the Raleigh State Fairgrounds. Then from that point on, I elevated to the spooky paint job in the truck that everybody knows as Grandma. Army Armstrong was on the track with me. Grandma, there's a telephone pole that I tore down on the track right here at Raleigh, and the stands were packed full of people. But Dennis Anderson, to all the fans out there, Monster Jam fans, the TNT fans, love you guys, and thank you for every nut hole in their trucks and every shingle on their roofs. You guys are going to have a great time. You're marking something in the history book.
One more thing before we let you go, before we get started here. You know these guys better than anybody. Kid Rarig, Mike Line, Gary Porter, John Kwasnewski, Dave Wieczorek, Greg Holbrook. You got to pick a winner.
Let me tell you right now, the Carolina boys are going to shine. Gary Porter is my man. Gary Porter, you got to stand it up, buddy, because I know the little abundance you got is right here in the heart. The heartbeat of the shovel lady, you're going to do it.
There's the prediction of Dennis Anderson, the icon, and again, welcome to TNT MotorSports Unfinished Business from one of the originals who was there in the beginning.
Dennis Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, couldn't be here, but wanted to send a special message to all of you. Let's fire them up and go racing. What do you say? We'll begin with qualifying.